You are listening to rockslamradio.com. From all studios to the world, we bring you the finest in quality entertainment. So grab a groupie, throw some horns, and settle in for another fine show from rockslamradio.com.
And here we go. It is time again for another edition of Ladies and gentlemen, to the final show of the new year. We will not be back until the 9th of January, but I was going to have another band on tonight. Again, unfortunately, due to schedule conflictions, it's not going to happen. However, Second Degree Burn, all about rockslamradio.com. rockslamradio.com. And the Second Degree Burn is part of the Talkwad Network. Please feel free to check out other shows on the network by going to www.talkwad.com, where you can find shows like mine on Second Degree Burn. Every Wednesday night from 7 to 8, we will be interviewing musicians, taking your calls. The number to call in is 727-597-4022. I figure, you know what? Since I don't have a band tonight, which is fine, I'm going to work on that for next year. I'm working on some awesome things. Like I said before, I want to be the pinnacle of entertainment. And I've got a website now. It is seconddegreeburn.com, which is 2ND. Don't type out second. So that's 2nddegree.com. Or actually, I should say 2nddegreeburn.com. And then you can go to that website. I have a thing on there called the Sizzling Sexies. So if you are a sexy female and would like to be voted in as the sexiest female of the month, what you're going to do is you're going to send your picture. You're going to go on that page. You're going to send your picture to the Second Degree Burn email and a short little bio or whatever, and we'll get your pictures up, and then we'll let the audience figure out who has the best picture, and whoever has the best picture, be a guest on the show, have a lot of fun. I'm going to, that sort of thing, meet some bands, question them, become a groupie, whatever it is you want to do. But like I said, what I wanted to do is one of the things I thought about doing tonight was talking about the craziest concert, the craziest thing you've ever done at a concert, the craziest meeting you ever had with someone, a musician that was famous, whatever venue or genre of music, so forth and so on. We're going to cover it all. We're not just going to do the rock thing tonight. We're going to try to cover blues, jazz, hip hop, that sort of thing. If you, and hold on, it is not the Almighty One show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, go to rockslamradio.com to listen to the Second Degree Burn show every Wednesday night. And you will be able to hear this sort of thing. But like I said, you want to take some calls, 727-597-4022, to talk about the craziest thing you've ever done at a concert, craziest thing you've ever seen at a concert, partaked in, so forth and so on. I think I'll start off. Now, I can't say that I've done real crazy things at concerts, other than the old style headbanging, so forth and so on. But right after I got out of the military, I was stationed, or not stationed, I decided to go work for this heavy metal bar. And what ended up happening was there's this house band, really good band. They were called Sea of Souls. I would love to see if they're still out doing music. But Tesla was playing at the Northampton Arena, which was across the bay from Norfolk, Virginia. And I guess two of the members of Tesla had heard about the club and had decided to come in and play with the house band. So they were doing all that sort of thing, and they were playing their music and so forth and so on. And so what ended up happening was the show was over, and the band was in their, like, I guess you call it the little band green room or whatever. They were smoking up their doobies, doing whatever, drinking alcohol, being rockers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And what ended up happening was, which was funny, my boss told me to go out and get them out of the bar because we were closed. We all wanted to get out of there. We wanted to go and do our own partying. And so I had to knock on the door. So I knock on the door, and of course, the band leader comes out, and from the house band that we have, Sea of Souls, and one of the blonde guitarists gets in my face like, "Do you know who I am? I am famous. I am rich. People know me. Blah 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 blah," and it was, I just couldn't believe it. This guy, I'm like, dude, you need to leave. Who do you think you are talking to somebody like me like that? Well, I'm JT. The boss told me to get you out of here. You're going to get out of here or else. It's like, or else what? So forth and so on. And he's just like, what do you think you're going to do about it? You can't do anything. You're a lowly nobody. But he was so drunk, he probably didn't know what he was saying. So I turned him around, grabbed him by his belt, grabbed him by the scruff of his shirt, and threw somebody famous out the back of a bar. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was my stint with famous people as far as a band was concerned. One of the other famous things I think I did was, well, I shouldn't say famous. One of the things I think I did was I had ended up at a concert by myself. The girl I was with decided she didn't want to go. She wanted to throw me this little freaking bitch attitude, and I wasn't having any of it. So I ended up meeting like 3 girls at the concert. And I was in the Navy. I was on leave. Well, and I can tell you, this is one of those stories. It's still cloudy in my mind because I have no idea what happened. So what basically what all I can remember is I met these 3 girls. We were drinking it up. We were having a good time. And next thing I know, I woke up the next morning, and we're all 4 of us in the same bed, and articles of clothing were missing here and there. And I guess I got so drunk, I don't remember anything that happened after that. So I'm just chalked it up as a victory and left before they could get my name because I wasn't having any of that. Not going to be responsible for anything that happened on the afterwards of that. I just, like I said, I was so drunk. It's one of those things. I don't remember what happened. Maybe they carted me home and took advantage of me because I was in the military, and they wanted that military, that piece of the military or something like that. I don't know. But But like I said, if you have any funny stories, go ahead and give me a call at 727-597-4022, and we're going to continue this. Let's see, what else? Oh, it's the end of the year. This will be the last show for me for December, and I'll be back on January 9th, I believe, will be the next show as far as that is concerned. I'm going to try to get a Pink Floyd tribute band. We were going to have him at the beginning of the month. Unfortunately, his wife had a heart attack, and I really hope to God she's doing okay and they're recovering, so forth and so on. And you know, it was a sad state of affairs, unfortunately. But we're going to try to get them in on the beginning of the month. They're called Us and Them. They're a big Pink Floyd tribute band. I am also working on trying to get a few famous bands here and there. So while the Christmas break is on for the show, because this week is going to be the last week that shows are going to be run till the beginning of the year. Actually, unless, of course, the Mayan calendar is correct and we're going to not have a new year. But we here at the Second Degree Burn may have our final and last show, not only of the year, but ever. And we have a phone call coming in. And caller, welcome to Second Degree. Turn down your computer, please.
My computer's not on.
Oh, I got an echo coming from somewhere.
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we'll try to deal with it. You're calling the
Oh,
second degree.
it might be the phone. The
Might
phone. I
be.
think there's an echo on the phone.
Might be. Well, it's not there anymore, so maybe you just moved correctly. Your name would be
Addison.
Addison. Oh, okay. Addison, are you liking the Second Degree Burn show?
Yeah, I love it. I've been listening to it since you started. It's amazing. It's really funny, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, we try to be rocking, not so much funny, but hey, whatever floats your boat. And since we've only had 2 shows, so that's awesome that you've listened to all 2 shows.
Well, actually, okay, I'm going to be honest. I heard from other people that your show is really good, so that's why I'm calling in. I just looked you up online.
Well, we're going to put you on the spot. What other people?
Pepe Toilet.
Oh, yes, my good friend Pepe Toilet.
That's why I was assuming it was funny since he's a comedian in Miami.
No, the only Mexican I would let mow my lawn.
There you go.
So, what was your name again?
Addison.
Addison. You have a funny concert story?
Actually, it's not so much a concert story. It's more of like an after-party story. This was at Miami at the Delano I would say about 10, 12 years ago. And it was an after-party for a concert that was performing. It was actually Lenny Kravitz. And then Puff Daddy, he was Puff Daddy back then, had after hours at the Delano where he rented out a whole floor. And Bobby Brown was there. And the funny story is
dressed in one of those little hooker outfits so that you can get in.
Well, he was pretty drunk, obviously on drugs. It is Bobby Brown. And he thought every girl in there wanted to get with him. And he kept telling everybody that Whitney Houston is a lesbian and that he doesn't get any sex from her.
Uh-oh.
And everybody at the party turned him down. And then he started dancing on top of, there was like a coffee table, and he started dancing on top of the coffee table, and pretty much everyone was ignoring him, and then the coffee table broke, and he just fell asleep on the floor after that.
Oh, my God. No way.
Yeah. And then nobody paid any attention. Everybody just acted like he wasn't even there the whole time. Even when he fell on the floor, nobody did anything. He just left him there.
And what were you wearing, baby? We're going to turn this into a sex
What was
chat.
I wearing?
Yeah,
it was a long time ago. I was wearing a dress. That's all I remember.
Dress, one of those
I was wearing a dress, and I don't really exactly remember what.
Low-cut top dress where your titties are bouncing all over the place, right?
I'm sure they were. And he had every girl he saw, he was like, I just had tunnel vision, and every girl just kept rolling their eyes and turning around, and he just kept talking about Whitney being a lesbian the whole time.
Oh my God! No way! That's
Excuse me.
I thought
So
you were
that's
going
my
to come
funny
out with
story.
I got on the coffee table with him and I started doing the bouncy bounce all over the coffee table. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he started shaking it like he started dancing like a stripper and like shaking his booty, and he thought he was funny, but nobody thought he was funny except for him.
Shut up.
Nobody thought he was funny. That was the funny part.
oh my God! So where are you calling from now, Addison?
Miami.
Awesome. So what's it like there for the rock scene in the MIA?
The rock scene. The rock scene in MIA. I haven't really gone out much on the rock scene part of it. I hang out more in like lounges and like hotel lobbies and bars and restaurants.
So you're like
I'm a little older.
Little lot lizards.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hang out in pool halls. There's a lot of rockers in the pool halls.
So how old are you now?
35.
You're 35. Coming in the MIA.
Yeah, I mean, my party days are about 10 years overdue. It's been about 10 years for my party
one
days.
of those hard body rocking things? Hard body?
Yeah.
Really?
That was back when South Beach was actually cool. South Beach is not what it used to be.
South Beach ain't cool anymore? Why?
No, because it's just, I mean, back in the day, it was fun because there used to be celebrities and people used to just be able to walk around. Now it's just like, it's nothing but tourists and people trying to act like they're famous and they're not, and you get robbed more than anything else out there. I kind of stay away from it now.
Wow.
It's gotten really ghetto. It's gotten really just out of hand. There's a lot more crime. I don't know if you know anything about Chris Pacello used to pretty much run that scene. He was the owner of Liquid, and then he got arrested, and he got put into witness protection for a murder that happened in New York. So once Chris Pacello got taken down, he was the man in South Beach. All the good clubs just went downhill, and all the crime went up. And it just after that it was done. It was done after they took down Chris Pacello.
Wow. That's just wrong.
He was the man. He was the man.
Well, see, so I guess then we can finally say that as far as everything concerned, is that Tampa's better than Miami.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm from New York. So I kind of try to stay away. I mean, I don't know. That'd be your call, but I'm from New York and Miami.
Have beaches in New York City all year round. You can't be like, it's 28 below zero, but I'm gonna wear my bikini and still look hot. Yeah, right. As I'm turning 3 shades of blue. That's not happening.
I can't really talk too much on the scene in Tampa. I really don't know much about it, to tell you the truth. I know there's a lot of pills, so I'm sure there's a lot of parties, but that's about all I know.
A lot of parties. I don't go to any.
A lot of pill popping parties.
Yeah. I used to grow up south of Atlantic City, so trust me when I say there ain't nothing compared to Atlantic City.
Exactly. Well, you know what you got out here? You got where you're at. You got a bunch of strippers. You can't have a party without strippers.
Yeah, but it's all fine and dandy and stuff like that, but I've never paid to play, so, I'm not going to go to a strip club and have my dick in my hand when I leave. It's just not happening. It's just, Second Degree Burn likes to sizzle, but he ain't doing the self-sizzle, okay? It's not happening.
Right. Well, the girls out there, I heard they take their job pretty seriously. They'll give you a couple after shows, after parties. I've been to a few strip
clubs. I can tell you I haven't been to a strip club in, 5 or 6 years now.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, I guess, I'm getting older, and, even though I enjoy looking at a woman here and there, I ain't paying. I mean, it's like I can go to the beach and see more for less, so, it is what it is.
Yeah. A lot of sugar daddies out where you're at, too, I heard.
I hear that too. Lots and lots of sugar daddies. And it's just like I'm not going into a strip club because I'm not Puff Daddy. I don't got millions of dollars. I might go stand up and dance on the stage, but I don't think anybody wants to see Santa Claus up there anytime soon.
I did go to a couple of the strip clubs out there when I was out there a couple of times, and you would probably I think you would look better than a lot of the strippers I've seen out there. You probably.
Well, I got about an A-cup chest, so I'm working on it. It's
at least you don't got a stomach that just has 5 babies with 5 baby daddies flapping up and down.
No, that's true, but I got that beer gut, or actually I should say McDonald's gut, but
and I see some strippers out there that look like they've had a few too many beers.
Oh, let me tell you about strip clubs. I used to be an inventory control auditor, so I used to travel all around Florida and Georgia, and in a place in Ocala, Florida, had this strip club. I swear to God, this person we thought was a woman, but when we looked at, I'm going to say her hands, they were very large. So we began questioning whether or not that was actually a woman. It's like, you want to go have a lap dance? I'm like, no.
You got all kinds out there. You got all kinds.
I don't need to be part of Nip and Tuck, It's not happening.
I don't know. I heard Pasco's got anything you need out there. You could buy a gun and pawn a stripper at the same place.
I bet. We need to start pawning some strippers on this show.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Well, welcome to the show, Bambi. She's had 3 circumcisions, and she was once a star of Nip and Tuck. And on the weekends, she knows how to tuck it between her legs, too. So,
yeah. See, I heard the show was funny. What do you mean? You're hysterical.
Well, I
Well,
try.
I mean, it's coming from Pepe Toilet, you know. Anything funny to a Mexican.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, he does come up and mow my lawn every once in a while. It's. I mean, he does it so well. He's like, he knows how to do them straight lines, kind of like Coke.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
But then again, he's Mexican, so he would know all about that Coke stuff.
Well, he's got to get his supply from somewhere. Why do you think he mows so many lawns? Where else do you think he's going to get his money?
Oh, what? You're not his mule? I thought you might be his mule. I mean...
Oh, well, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
What are you saying? That you like to take it up the jackass?
I wouldn't say all that, but I heard a couple stories about Pepe Toilet.
Either, so...
His name ain't Pepe Toilet for no reason.
What's that?
I said his name isn't Pepe Toilet for no reason.
I've heard that whole story about. He was telling me that whole story about Pepe Toilet. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, that would probably be a better question for him.
Yes.
Because, in Mexico, they do have shows where guys go to watch women have sex with donkeys. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I've heard about that, and I remember Carlos Mencia had a show where the girl was making fun of I'm part of the act,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's just wrong on many, many levels.
But anyway, all right.
All right. Well, thank you for calling the Second Degree Burn Show. You can look me up on Second Degree Burn. That's 2ND, degreeburn.com. And maybe you can become one of my first sexy, sizzling sexies.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna look into that. And I heard you can get some really cool T-shirts. Where can I get a T-shirt?
Really cool T-shirts? Well, there's
From
this friend of mine.
Your show.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't have T-shirts for this show, but there's this friend of mine. They call him the Almighty One.
Yeah.
And he comes on every Monday night. Well, actually, in the new year, he'll be coming on Tuesday nights from 8 to 11. He has these shirts.
The Almighty One.
The Almighty One, yes. The Almighty One.
Okay.
He touches more girls than Fonzie's kissed. Now, I don't know if that's actually
I got
true.
all the wrong information from Pepe Toilet. I'm going to go flush his number down the toilet. I'm going to go flush his number.
Oh, now you can be one of my groupies instead.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Addison, for calling the show.
All right, no problem. Bye.
Addison's Medicine. That's what we're going to call her from there on out. But if you're interested in calling the show, don't hesitate to call 727-597-4022 to call in, and we'll get you on the air, and it's going to be fun. Anyway, as I was saying before, excuse me, I'm still getting over this cough. I have, I don't know. As I was saying before, we're going to be having some fun on this show. This show is going to be all about rocking it out with your cock out, your socks out, your cunt out. God, I can't believe I just said that on the air. I don't ever say that word. I don't know. It just kind of came out. It's nothing I can do. But anyway, if you're interested in calling up 727-597-4022, we'll get you on the air. You can talk about the craziest concert you've ever been to. And, we'll have fun with it. Men, women, whatever. But just as a reminder, we talked about it with Addison. There's a friend of mine. He has a show every Monday nights. Well, pardon me. In the new year, when he comes on January 8th, it'll be Tuesday nights from 8 to 11. And his show is called The Almighty One Show, which The Almighty One Show is also part of the Talkwad Network. Feel free to tune in to the Almighty One Show and all the other shows on the network by going to talkwadradio.com. Or actually, I should say just talkwad.com. We here have so many websites, it's uncannily real. But Second Degree Burn is now my website. It is up. You can look it up. Hopefully we're going to have some bands on here in the next few months. We're going to have fun with this. We're going to rock it out. We're going to try to get some blues, rock, jazz, all that deals. Because if it wasn't for blues and jazz, we wouldn't have rock and roll. We wouldn't have heavy metal. We wouldn't have none of that. So we're going to be trying to get that off in the next year as far as that is concerned. But you're listening right now to the Second Degree Burn Show. And we're still going to be doing every Wednesday night on this show from 7 to 8 o'clock. unless, of course, I need more time, and I'm going to start, becoming a conglomerate here, the Second Degree Burn, and because I'm going to have so many sizzling sexies and just all that sort of stuff, and it's going to be a good time. But let me see if I can remember. Oh, by the way, one of the things I love to say is real rockers keep their hair. Now, if you notice, I still have all my hair. I mean, except for up front here, it looks like some of it's starting to get pulled out. Mostly because I was stressed when I was like, "What are you doing?" But we here at the Second Degree Burn Show, we're gonna have, like I said, have a lot of fun. And phone number 727-597-4022. Don't hesitate to call up because Addison called up and she had a good old time with it too. So, let me see what else. Oh, for any of you who are interested in either advertising with the show, advertising on my website, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me at the seconddegreeburn.com. There's a link up there to get in contact with me, email me, all that stuff. We are working on a fan page for the Second Degree Burn on Facebook. I've just been so caught up in the Christmas spirit, which, by the way, Christmas is, less than a week away now? I'm hoping for some good stocking stuffers. If you'd like me to stuff your stocking, we can work on that too. Because we like to rock it out. I'm ashamed that I couldn't play any music right now because I'd really love to play some music for you, but unfortunately we don't have a band on the show today. And what it is what it is. But we're here, you're there, you're listening, having a good old time with Second Degree Burn. Your host, JT Burn II. Which is how I got the name. Which, it's kind of funny. Well, why did you name your show Second Degree Burn? Because my original name is JT Burn II, which makes me a Second Degree Burn. And I couldn't figure out whether I wanted to call my show Feel the Burn or Second Degree Burn. But I already had a website from GoDaddy called Second Degree Burn because I wanted to do stand-up comedy under that name. And I never really did anything with the site. Well, now I have that chance to do something with the site, and I don't have to pay for it anymore. Well, I mean, I still have to pay for it, but I don't have to pay just to keep it not running, so I'm actually doing something with it. So, Talkwad Radio has given me the opportunity to, get together and do this show, and have a good time with it. But my Facebook page is facebook.com/JTBurn2. I think. JT Burn. I know it's that. I don't know whether I put up the 2 or not, but yeah, you can look me up there. Once I get Second Degree Burn Facebook page up, and I'm going to have a whole email. It's probably going to be 2DB. It's going to be a 2DB. I'm not going to sure whether I'm going to go with Yahoo or Google or whatever else. Like I said, this show is a starting network, and I'm sorry I couldn't be here last week, and an emergency came up. And it's been all kinds of fun. I look forward to doing the future shows. Oh, by the way, I'm also going to notice this. I have been in contact with, and I can't promise this, but this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get Kansas. It's an old music group from the 70s and 80s. They really were an awesome band. I'm trying to get them on the show, and hopefully we'll get them. Beginning of this year, I'm trying to get Us and Them, which is a Pink Floyd tribute band. We're going to have fun with that. And like I said, this show is going to be, from the depths of the underworld comes the Second Degree Burn Show, where we're going to play all kinds of jazz. We're going to play all kinds of funk. We're going to play all kinds of rock. And we're going to get some metal going, too. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to get a hold of me, seconddegreeburn.com. And don't try to spell it out, because if you try to spell it out, you're going to end up taking you to a whole different website. So, unfortunately, I had to stick with 2ND, which is not a big deal. It's probably a lot less for you to type anyway, so we're just going to go with it. And on that site, I have this thing. It's called the Sizzling Sexy. I'm going to get tongue-tied on that every once in a while, too. And one of my slogans for this show is definitely going to be, you ain't a rocker if you don't have your hair. So hopefully we get these bands on here that they still have their hair. Even if it's got that little bald spot at the top and the U-shaped and they're doing the Hulk Hogan thing. Hey, as long as you can keep it long, you're rocking, baby. Who cares what you have on top? It's what you're sporting in the back. But I know I'm sporting a wide low in the back on a lower end, but that's another story for another show. Let me see. Oh, most people will probably look at my site and I'll go, well, why are you saying real rockers keep their hair? I'll tell you, not too long ago here in Tampa, the Scorpions had come to town. And I went to see them. Was it Scorpions or was Dokken? I'm not sure which one it was. Maybe it was Dokken. They came to town with Rat, and I believe Sebastian Bach was the opener. And these people were behind me, and they were like, yeah, screaming it out. You know, I was kind of getting into it and whatever. And they're like, what's the matter, man? You're not a real rocker? What's up with that, man? You can't, like, da-da-da-da. You're not doing anything. You're not shouting or whatever. And I'm like, what's the matter, man? You got short hair. You belong in the corporate world, man. Real rockers keep their hair. And I just said, just wait till Dokken comes on or Scorpions comes on, whichever band it was. I believe it was the Scorpions. And I tell you, it's kind of funny some of the things that people will say to you at concerts. And I can honestly say though, the only band I have never ever seen is Metallica to this day. And it's I had a chance to go see Metallica when Van Halen was Van Hagar. And a friend of mine who was supposed to get tickets didn't get tickets in time, so we had to wait until that Sunday morning when a place opened up for Ticketmaster because there was no internet at this time. This is back in '88-ish, and we were living in Binghamton, New York. We had to go to Buffalo, New York, which was kind of like 3-4 hours away. So we ended up missing Metallica. So, but I mean, we saw the Scorpions, we saw Dokken, and then we just kind of left because Kingdom Come was the band that was playing. And then there were those of us who didn't like the new Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. And we were just, at that point in time, there were people that were into it right away. Then there were people kind of had to smooth into it. And I was kind of one of those people that had to smooth into the Van Halen thing with Sammy Hagar. And it turned out not bad, but I don't know. Diamond Dave kind of brought something to the group that Sammy Hagar didn't. And, you know, later on down the line, Sammy Hagar brought something to the group that Eddie Van Halen David Lee Roth couldn't. I don't know why I said Eddie Van Halen. We all know he was always in the band. But, you know, and a lot of people ask me, well, you know, I remember somebody asked me recently, if you could put a band together of famous people, who would you have to have? And you know what? I would have to take, on drums, I'd have to take Neil Peart. I'd have to take Neil Peart for a male, and then I would have to take Sheila E. for a female. So 2 drum sets, because even though their style's kind of different, I think they both are awesome drummers. Sheila E., back in the 80s, she did a lot of things with Prince and Revolution, and she was the most awesome female drummer out there. And then, of course, on guitars, I would also have to say Prince because he can rock it out. He really can. The guy could play 28 instruments. I would have to say Eddie Van Halen, and I would have to say Flea for bass. And I mean, you know, maybe we could put in one more guitarist. Who knows? Let me see. What else am I missing? The singer. See, that's kind of hard to say because there are so many fantastic singers out there. It would be kind of hard for me to name one person that I would like to be on lead vocals. I mean, I know Prince can do it, and I know Eddie Van Halen could probably put up a lead singer here or there. But let me see. I guess I would have to say, the other bass guitarist would have to be from Scorpions. So you got 2 bass guitarists, you got 2 regular guitarists, and I would have to. It would be kind of a toss up: lead singer to AC/DC or lead singer to the Scorpions. I think that would be the best the best band. Period. If we could get those people together, I think that would be an awesome band. If you'd like to weigh in on that, 727-597-4022 is the number to call to get onto that. I'm probably going to end my show about 10 minutes early today because I don't have a band, and unfortunately I haven't been able to advertise the show as much as I'd like to. But I'm here. I'm putting on a show just for you. And I hope that you will find me enjoying in the future as we rock it out. We're going to have like I said, we're going to have an awesome time. This show will be the show rising up from the depths of the underworld. It is the Second Degree Burn Show. I can't do that anymore. Wow. I need to get my voice back with that whole rock it with your sock out. I need to get that back. I've been doing so many other things that I haven't done the whole, like the whole James Hetfield from Metallica voice, like, yeah! I haven't done none of that lately, so it's either that or just my age, the voice box is just not doing it anymore. I can tell you, though, when I'm at a concert, you will know I'm at a concert, because if I really like that band, I will not have my voice the next day. In fact, I probably won't have my voice for the next week or and a half, because I am just like totally gone. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't hesitate to listen to Second Degree Burn. This, like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't been able to put on the show that I wanted to. We had the one caller from Addison today. I thought that was awesome. I'm hoping to get more calls soon and more people on more shows. I am looking at a co-host. I did find someone who might become a co-host to the show, and I think she's going to be an excellent addition. She has done some radio, so I'm going to hopefully be meeting with her soon, and we're going to talk about getting her on the show. We're probably going to call her M or something. I don't know. We'll find a name for her. We'll call her the Sizzler or something like that. We'll get a little tss every time she talks. We'll get a little tss. And I know you're out there listening, so you should go ahead and give a call at 727-597-4022. So we might be able to get to know you a little bit there. Thanks for Pepe Toilet for giving Addison to give me a call. That was a little hilarious. And like I said, if you're interested in becoming a sizzling sexy, and you think you got the rockin' hard body to go ahead and do it, well, we'll put that rockin' hard body to the test. And maybe, hey, one day we'll get you hooked up maybe with a band, and we'll get you on stage with them. We'll see if we can't do that. That's a good idea. See if we can't do something like that. We'll get a band in here, and you can be their little groupie on stage, or maybe do some backup singing if you have the voice to go along with the body. I know some girls, they have the body and no voice, but we'll see what happens. We're going to get this going. And, all right, well, I think I'm going to probably end the show just a little early. Just want to let everybody know I want you to have a Merry Christmas. I want you to have a safe Christmas. And I know New Year's is coming up, too. I want you to have a safe New Year's. Do not drive drunk, because we here at the Second Degree Burn Show, we definitely want you to come back and rock it with us for the whole year of 2013. Now, of course, if we do find out that the meteors are starting to go up and whatever, the meters are going to start coming down, then hey, who cares? Let's go all out there. We'll drink, we'll drive, we'll get in a few car accidents, and we'll do it up. We'll eat at McDonald's, we'll steal all their Big Macs, steal all their quarter pounders with cheese in the non-biodegradable styrofoam cups that they used to have. We'll bring them back and everything like that. But I guess if the world doesn't end this Friday, then there will be a lot of abortion clinics and a lot of adoption clinics that are going to be real busy. And of course, if they're not busy, then sometime around August, we're going to have a whole generation. We're going to call them the doomsday babies. That's what it's like. Instead of like Generation O and Generation X and Generation Y and baby boomers, we'll call them the doomsday babies. That's what their generation will be. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to cut it short here real quick. It's been fun being with the show. We're going to cut off the show, and as soon as I get my producer to pay attention here, we're going to cut the show off early. So about another minute, okay? All right, so anyway, it's been fun having everybody on the show. It's been I really enjoyed the one caller, Addison. She was funny. I really look forward to having her as a future fan of the Second Degree Burn Show. Remember to tune in next year. Will be, I believe, the 9th, which is the first Wednesday of the year from 7 to 8. And don't forget to tune into my friend, The Almighty One Show, which will be on Tuesday from 8 to 11. And both these shows are part of the Talkwad Network. Don't hesitate to go to talkwad.com and look up some of the other shows. There are some other fine shows on this network. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT Burn with the Second Degree Burn Show. Signing off. See you next year.
What was that? I'll tell you what that was. That was another fine show from rockslamradio.com.